Question 10. A circle with center C has the equation as given. Find the coordinates of C and the radius of the circle. Okay, so in order for us to find the coordinates of the center and the radius of the circle, it's best that we have the equation as x minus h square plus y minus k square equals to r square, right? So it's not difficult to see that this question requires us to do completing the square. So keep all the x at one side. X squared plus 10x plus y squared minus 24y equals to 0. Let me change the color. And this is, let's just complete the square for this one and y, okay? For x, we need 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So I have to plus a 5 square and minus of a 5. Okay, we don't do this. So if you plus a 5 square here, we have to plus a 5 square on the right. Okay, then if we are to plus 24 divided by 2, which is 12, 12 square here, we got to plus a 12 square here. And then simplify this, you get x minus plus 5 square plus y minus 12 square equals to, realize that this is 5 square plus 12 square. When we have a 5, 12, we have a 13, right? So you can simply write it as 13 square, or you can just calculate using your, press your calculator for it. Okay, that means my coordinates of C is -5 and 12. My R equals to 13 units. Okay, there is no other units. So R is 13 units. Part B, find the coordinates of the points at which the circle intersects the y-axis. Okay, so that means intersection of y-axis, your x is gonna be 0, right? Therefore, what I have here is to sub x equals to 0 here. You'll be left with y squared minus 2y equals to 0. 24y, sorry. Y squared minus 24y equals to 0. And take out the y, you have y minus 24 equals to 0. Your y is to be 0 or 24. Oh yeah, but then they ask for the coordinates of the points. So you got to write it. Coordinates of the points are 0, 0, and 0, 24. Part C of question 10. The point X is on the line which passes through C and O. It's given that the distance CX is 3 times the distance of OC. Find the coordinates of the possible positions of X. So it may be more than 1, and it should be more than 1 because it's a definite S here. So first of all, let's just draw out to be clear. Okay. This is my X, my Y-axis. This is my X-axis. Okay. If this is my Y, this is my X. My C is gonna be -5 and 12. So it's probably here. Let's see. 12 and -5. So my origin is here. If I'm to draw a line connecting this, okay, then I have to and back. So that means my X needs to be on the OC. So there are two possible positions. One is here. My X should be here. My X should be here, or it can be here, right? If it's here, which means my CX is 3 times your OC. Okay, my OC is 13 units. My CX is going to be 39, right? So that means this is 2 times. If I'm to use ratio, this is going to be 1 to 2. And this is going to be 1 to 3. CX is 3 times of OC. Okay, that's the difference. And let me just change color to red. And if I'm to link up this right angle triangle, you can see this triangle is similar to the outer triangle. Okay, by ratio, if I'm to label this as, let's say A here, point A here, point A, C, O, point B here, my AO over BX is gonna be the same as my CO over CX, which is 1 over 3. So my AO is 5, which means my BX needs to be 15 units. If my BX is 15 units from -5 plus 15 units to the right, you will have 10. Right, so your X coordinate here is going to be 10. And let's go on to see my Y coordinates. So CA over CB equals to 1/3 also. Okay, CA over CB is also 1/3. Therefore, CA is 12. BC is gonna be 36. Okay, because CA is 12. Okay, so my BC is 36. Therefore, if this is 36, this is 15. We have this point as, let me just erase this. This will give me 10 and 12 minus of 36. I'll get -24. Okay, so this is the first possible coordinate. And the second one will do the same. You can do the same. Short down. We can label this. So this is X and this can be my D. Yeah, so we can just write it. This triangle here is gonna be similar to, it's gonna be similar to the bigger one, right? Therefore, OA over OD equals to OC over OX equals to AC over DX, which equals to 1 over 4. Okay, it's not 1 over 3 anymore because your CX is an extension of your OC. Okay, so we will need okay, OA is 5 over OD equals to OC. We don't need OC, we probably just need AC. AC is 12. Okay, AC is 12 divided by dx. Dx we don't know, we need to find, equals to 1 over 4. Therefore, OD is 20 units. dx is 48 units. Alright, so this x, you will have, let's see, dx is 48. Yep, so it's just 48. So 48 for y. And your x, because it's OD is 20 units, so there is a negative 20. Okay, so this point and this point are your possible coordinates of x. Question 11. A circular patch of water of negligible thickness is expanding on a thin piece of paper. At time t seconds, the rate of change of the radius r is given by dr dt, where k is a constant. Initially, t is 0, r is 1, and dr dt is 0.5. That means when t is 0, dr dt is 0.5. So we just sub in t equals to 0 into this. We have k divided by 2 times 0 plus 1 equals to 0.5. K divided by 1 is 0.5. K is 0.5. Shown. B. Find an expression for r in terms of t, which means we have to, this is the differentiated, okay, first derivative of r over t. Therefore, to find r in terms of t, we are going to integrate this. Rt integrate 0.5 divided by 2t plus 1 dt. We'll have basically take out this 0.5, which is half, ln 2t plus 1. Okay, because 1 over 2t plus 1, you integrate it, you'll get ln 2t plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, don't forget to divide by 2 because ln 2t plus 1, when you differentiate it, there is a 2. You got to bring it out, so you have to divide by 2 here. Okay, plus c. It also says when t equals to 0, r is 1. When we sub in t, when we sub t equals to 0 into r formula, we will get r0 equals to half ln 1 divided by 2 plus c equals to 1. So c equals to 1 because ln 1 is 0 and rt can be written as 1 over 4 ln 2t plus 1 plus 1. Okay. Part C of question 11. Hence, find the rate of increase of the area. Hence, okay, we'll need part B. After the patch has been expanding for 3 seconds, t equals to 3. From part B, we know that r equals to 1 over 4 ln 2t plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so we are to find rate of increase of the area, which is dA dt. But what we only have now is dr dt, right? How to link these two? There's this formula, dA dr multiplied by dr dt. Okay, now let's tackle dA dr. dA dr should be, we have to formulate the formula between A and R, right? You know the area of a circle is pi r squared. So dA dr is gonna be 2 pi r. Okay, when t equals to 3, r equals to 1/4 ln 6 plus 1 plus 1. This gives me calculator 1.4865. Okay, I'm going to leave the answer like this first because it's intermediate steps. I don't want to do 3SF now. And then this will give me dA dr equals to 2 pi 1.4865, and press your calculator. We will have 9.339999, and dr dt simply sub in t equals to 3, which gives us 1/14. All right, then we can straight away find dA dt equals to 9.3399 multiplied by 1/14, and press your calculator. The answer is 0.667 cm square per second. Note that this is area, okay, cm square, and 3SF. Question 12. A ball is thrown vertically upwards. Its height, h, above the ground. At time t, after being thrown, is given by the formula h equals to this. State the height above the ground from which the ball is thrown. Okay, so that's just the initial height, which means t equals to 0. H equals to 1.75 plus 0 plus minus 0, right? So 1.75 meters. Okay, H is in terms of meters. Therefore, the initial height is 1.75. Express H in terms of A plus B times T plus C squared. So this is just completing the square. We can just write it as H equals to 1.75 plus 5 t minus t square, which can also be written as 1.75 minus 5 t square minus t bracket. Okay, completing the square, we need a plus half square minus half square. All right, then this gives us 1.75 minus 5 t, okay, big bracket, small bracket, t minus half square minus 1/4. Okay, this will be 1.75 plus 1.25, because 5 multiplied by 1/4 is 5/4, which is 1.25, minus 5 multiplied by t minus half square. So this gives us 3 minus 5 multiplied by t minus half square. All right. So the highest point we can go is 3 meters. Okay, part C. Hence, state the maximum height attained by the ball and the time at which this occurs. So the maximum height we can tell is, because this is a square term, it's gonna be greater or equals to 0. So 3 minus something, the highest we can go is 3. So h equals to 3 is 3 meters is a maximum height. And at the time of t equals to half seconds. Part D. The ball hits the ground. Explain why the time taken for the ball to hit the ground is not twice the time found in part C. Time found in part C is half a second. Half a second goes from where you're standing, which is 1.75 meters. And you throw the ball and you come down. Okay, so this is half a second. And this will take more than half a second, of course, because your distance from the top or stationary point to the ground is longer than the initial distance traveled upwards. All right. Part E, find the length of time for which the ball is at least 2 meters above the ground. So we have the H formula, which is 3 minus 5 t minus half square. Okay, we need this to be at least 2 meters, so which is equals greater or equals to 2. Okay, simplify this. We have 1 minus 5 t minus half square greater equals to 0, and minus 5 t minus half square is greater equals to -1, and t minus half square is smaller equals to, because we are dividing by -5, you see, so it's 1/5. And if we are looking into, if we are to look at the critical values, which will be square roots. So you see t minus half square equals to 1/5. So t is going to be square root plus minus square root of 1/5. So it's be half minus square root 1/5, half plus square root 1/5. Because the graph is your U-shaped graph, and we are looking at smaller, you see, smaller. So this portion, okay, so t needs to be greater equals to and smaller equals to half minus square root 1/5, half plus square root of 1/5. So the length of time is actually just 2 times square root of 1/5 is the length of time. In that case, we can press calculator, or we can just leave the answer as 2 roots 5 divided by 5 seconds. Alright, finally, we are at question 13, the last question. The perpendicular bisector of the line joining the points A and B passes through point X, where h is a constant. Express the gradient of the perpendicular bisector of the line AB in terms of h. Okay, first of all, you can draw a simple diagram. So B, let's say, is here, minus 8, minus 7. Then my A is probably here with 2h. Okay, so draw a line across and let the midpoint be C, because it will concern us later on. Midpoint. Because the bisector, perpendicular bisector, is going to cut through C and X. Okay, the gradient of perpendicular bisector is going to be MCX multiplied by MAB equals to -1. MAB we can simply deduce from formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Substitute in, we have h plus 7 over 2 minus -8, which is 2 plus 8. That gives us h plus 7 over 10. And that also means the gradient of Cx is -10 over h plus 7. Hence, find the possible values of h. There may be one, there must be one, more than one. Okay, so 7 marks question. So it will take some time. First of all, let's see if we can write down the equation of Cx. Ycx equals to the gradient h plus 7 x plus c. And we know that this line passes through 2 points, the midpoint C and X. Okay, so this passes through midpoint C, and this passes through X. X is h minus 13 over 2, and midpoint C is what we need to find. So 2 minus 8 divided by 2. For easy reference, we know that A is 2h, right? B is -8, -7. So, and h minus 7 divided by 2, and this gives me -3, h minus 7 divided by 2. And now we can substitute back into this function. Ycx is here, h over 7 divided by 2, when my x is -3. So when you sub in, let me just write it down first, h plus 7, -3, plus c. This is my equation 1. And when my x is h, my y is -13 over 2. -13 over 2 equals to -10h over h plus 7 plus c. Equation 2. All right, we have the two equations. Let's continue on. 1 minus 2. Equation 1 minus equation 2, I can get h minus 7 divided by 2 plus 13 divided by 2 equals to 30 over h plus 7 plus 10h over h plus 7. Alright, C and C cancel out. Therefore, simplified left hand side, 2h plus 6 equals to right hand side will become h plus 7 and 30 plus 10h cross multiply h plus 6 h plus 7 equals to 60 plus 20h and h h square plus 2 times 6 6 plus 7 is 13h plus 6 times 7 42 equals to 60 plus 20h. That will be minus 7h minus 60 minus 42, which is 18, equals to 0. 18 can be dissected into 2 and 9. So therefore it's a h minus 9 and h plus 2 equals to 0. So the two values are 9 or h equals to negative 2. Alright. Thank you for watching and all the best for upcoming paper 2.